Okay, welcome back. Today we've done the solid state limiter. As you can see, our green light is steady. It's not pulsating anymore. And we're almost to full. Well, there we go. Maybe that'll do it. Just about there. So when we sweep the sender around and whatnot, here we'll go down to empty, and we'll kind of see that now with no pulsating light, how much smoother your gauge will come back into deflection, and then we'll show you some of the stuff on the back of the board. And once again, I apologize. This is not very professional. I literally sold out of all limiters and stuff, so I actually had to build a small, very mediocre test stand. All right, so now we're going to go to full deflection here. And as you can see now, you see how nice and smooth your gauge moves up. There's no more pulsatings or jitteries or anything like that. And we're not going to bother for it to go all the way up. We'll shut power down. And once again, you've got to bear with all of this nonsense with the camera. It's the best I can do on short notice. I'm leaving out of town here very, very soon. I just kind of threw this together for the folks at home. All right, I think that might be good enough. All right, let's see here. Let's put power back on. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we made a voltage limiter, put a nice heat sink on there. Your eye, that's input power. We talked about take the gauge out. You must isolate the stud from the actual board. All right. So that's very important. And so when you look at the limiter, right, here's your power, 12 volts coming off. The pin comes here. The stud does not have any power. The eyelet does. It comes in here, feeds the limiter. The limiter's got a capacitor on it to ground, to filter everything out. Green wire is your 5 volts output, which goes to the A side, right? This is the side of the gauge, that's 5 volts. We did the temperature gauge because you can't do it to the fuel gauge. It just has this wonky looking adapter here for that. And when you look at the gauge, right, so we're going to test 5 volts here. And if you look on the meter there, 5 volts exactly. And then that 5 volts can also be sensed right here. 5.05. So there's no voltage drop at all there. And that's what you want. As you can see, the gauge is still moving. And so this is the input stud that we talked about that has no power, right? What am I reading here? So that's got the 5 volts drop from the input coming back across. No worries there. And yeah, you want to. I'm sorry, I'm not in the picture here. You want to put a heat sink. This has gotten kind of warm already. But that's how you do it. That's how you convert these over. I can do them for you if you like, but it really is kind of basic. If you were going to use the the little silver box. I don't have any more. I'm completely sold out. But same thing. You need to isolate your 12 volts here, and as that goes in there, that's one part of the spade, right? And then the other part of the spade is the ground, right? So this stuff right here, and then your output goes to the A, and then your sender, right? That's the fuel sender there, temperature sender there, and all of those go back to the pin on the round circuit board guy there. But I don't remember that having 5 volts on there. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, good. It's 0. I don't know where I was reading that from. But anyway, that's it in a nutshell. I'll try and turn it over here. Get another view again of what we're dealing with. And the plans for this are on the early body website. It's not, anybody can get it. Let's see here. We just flip the sender back to somewhere 3/4, and we got some positive deflection moving along. And there we go. I will say this, it is much easier if you have a fuel sender to do these kinds of things with. So that looks like that might be halfway right there. Remember, do not look at the stops and the arm. That's all. The design of the tank has nothing to do with the actual stops and the arm. There we go. Well, like we said earlier, as you can see, the needle itself moves very more linear than it did before because there's no pulsating. It's a constant 5 volts. This fuel gauge itself has been put through hell numerous times. I'm surprised it still works. It's been used so much. It may not even go to full anymore just because of the amount of full volts that it's had and all kinds of other nonsense. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoy the video.